Hey everyone, my name is Courtney and this is What's for Din. Today I'm going to be showing you the only thing that's better than chocolate cheesecake, and that's triple chocolate cheesecake. This is decadent, rich, and one of those things that once you start eating it, you can't stop. I guarantee it. So let's go over the ingredients and we'll get started. So for the ingredients, you're going to need chocolate graham cracker crumbs, and I just threw these in my blender and blended them up. Butter, sugar, flour, vanilla extract, semi-sweet chocolate chips, sour cream, cream cheese, and some eggs. So we're going to start off by doing our graham cracker bottom. So we're going to need our graham crackers, our butter, like how I say butter. Oh, whoa. It's flying butter now. And then I think it's 3 tablespoons I put in here of the sugar. And we're just going to mix that up until it's evenly combined. Okay, you want to make sure that the butter is evenly distributed throughout there so that it's nice and it sticks good at the bottom. Oh, looks like it's sticking in there. I'm making a mess, guys. Okay, so we're going to put this in the bottom of our springform pan. I have a non-stick springform, and then kind of shimmy it around, and I'm going to start with my hand. My hands are clean, I promise. And then transfer over to a glass just to press it down extra firm. Does not have to be perfect, just get it down in there. Okay, so now that our cookie crust is done, I just set that aside, and we're going to start working on the next layer. So I got my softened cream cheese here. To that, we're going to add our sugar. Apparently, I've got some clumps in there. And the vanilla extract. And we're going to just beat this until light and fluffy. Okay, now that that's light and fluffy, oh, that's going to drip, oh well. I'm going to add my flour, and we're going to blend that just until it's all combined. Okay, now that that's well combined, I'm just going to scrape down the sides a little bit. And our next step, we are going to be adding in chocolate chips. Now, obviously, you can't put them in like this. So what I'm going to do is go over to the microwave, and I put these in the microwave for about 30 seconds, mix it, another 30 seconds, mix it, and keep doing that and doing that and doing that until it's completely melted. You don't want it scalding hot, but you want it melted so that it will incorporate evenly into the mixture. All right, so we're going to put this in the microwave, 30 seconds, wait for it to melt. All right, let's check on this. I think it might be good, actually. That's about where you want it. Okay, now that our chocolate's melted, it's nice and hot. Not super hot, but it's warm. Pour that in. Jeez, there's nothing more attractive than that. Except for my husband. That's behind the camera. I want all of that out. Get in my bowl. Okay. Then our sour cream. Okay. And then we're going to blend this until it's all incorporated. now that that's all mixed in very well, we're gonna add eggs one at a time, and we're gonna beat this just until it's combined with every egg. You don't wanna overbeat it. One. Ah! Oh well. All right, as you can see, I lost the egg in, but whatever, it happens, right? Looks good to me. All right, so that was really simple. That is super light and fluffy. We're gonna go ahead and put that in our pan with our cookie crumbs that we had. This is the part where you just drool. Ready for this? Hold on, there's more. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna smooth that out. And I'm gonna do a little shake and a tap. And get out any air bubbles that are in it. Okay, so now that that's all nice and smooth, this part is done. So all we're gonna do is throw it into an oven. Now, I'm using a non-stick springform pan. So if it's a dark non-stick springform pan, it goes in the oven at 325 for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. Now, if it's a silver springform pan, then it's probably gonna go in at, for the same amount of time, it depends, but at 350 degrees instead of 325. So put it in the oven. Okay, this is done. Let's carefully take it out. Oh yeah. All right, and we're just gonna let this cool. Oh, that's loud. For about an hour, and then we're gonna finish it off with our chocolate ganache topping. All right, our cheesecake is out of the oven. It's been cooling for about an hour or so. Now, I realize that there's a lot of cracks. The only reason I don't care is because we're gonna put a chocolate ganache topping over it. Now, usually what you would do to prevent surface cracking is you would take a bigger pan, fill it about quarter to halfway with water, and then place this pan inside of it. And what that does, it's gonna be more of a gentle cook. It's not gonna be as hot and it won't cause the cracks. In this case, I don't care, so I saved myself the step. So I got my semi-sweet chocolate chips here and some heavy whipping cream that I heated up on the stove. So we're just gonna pour that right over top. I'm not gonna use the whole thing because I want a really thick ganache. We're gonna let that sit for like a minute, and then we're gonna go whisk it together, and it'll be nice and smooth, and pour it over the ganache, the cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? All right, this has been sitting for a little bit now. We're just gonna take a whisk and start whisking that together. And it will slowly start to make our ganache topping. And it's getting thicker as I stir. If you could just smell how good it smells in here. Can you just leave me alone with this? I'm gonna go drink it. I'm just kidding. Actually, not really. Okay, a couple more seconds of mixing it. I just want to make sure it's all mixed together. All right, I think that's about good. So now we're just going to, really simple, pour it over the whole thing. It's gonna fill that crack right in. All right, let's get this all. I'm not wasting one drop of this stuff. Nope, no siree. You didn't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, now I'm gonna just kind of see how you got exposed sides. I just kind of like to shift it around. So now that this is completely covered with the chocolate ganache, we have to let it set overnight. Oh, you have to wait a whole night before you can eat this, but that's okay because it'll pay off. So I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator overnight, and then we'll come back in the morning or at lunchtime or whenever you're supposed to eat cheesecake. All right, I just took the cheesecake out of the fridge. It was sitting in there overnight, and I just put some raspberries on top. You can put any kind of fruit on it if you want to, or you can just eat it without it because it's super good either way. So let's try it. Just take a look at how thick that is. The ganache is super thick. It's just, oh yes. Now this is one of those things that you can put in the freezer. Like say you don't want to make it because you're afraid you're going to eat the whole cheesecake in like a week, like I do. You can just cut it in half and stick the other half in the freezer and it'll stay good for a really long time. That way you don't feel too guilty about eating this. But I'm going to finish this piece up with the help of my husband. So if you want the ingredients, I'm going to list in the description box. Follow me on Instagram, share with me your pictures, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.